Hey everybody, Mark Edward Lewis here with Cinema Sound. Today we're going to be doing something we don't do that often, and it's kind of cool. In Adobe Audition, we're going to be mixing music to dialogue, but we're going to be doing it using dynamics processing and side chaining. I know, it's really cool. Let's check it out. All right, we're here in Adobe Audition, and if you've never used Adobe Audition, I invite you to come to our website, cinemasound.com, and check out our stream in the store, Adobe Audition 123, which will take you from I've never used Adobe Audition and never even booted it, all the way to professional Hollywood 5.1 exports in a few hours. Well, here we have a piece from my pilot, Blade of Honor. We've got a dialogue 5.1 track here and a mix, or music rather, to 5.1 track here. This is what it sounds like with the fader kind of up where we wish music to be, so it would be, really impactful, but without any fader moves or anything else.
Round in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't wait on me, Terry.
Tell Wood to catch these turps. Precog this.
And here's what it sounds like with dynamic processing put in sidechain.
Round in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't wait on me, Terry.
Tell Wood to catch these turps. Precog this.
And you can see it's sort of doing an automatic fader up and down, which is really, really crazy. It's a little much, but I'm kind of making it super exacerbated so you can hear it here on the streaming. Let's see what we're doing here and how we can make this happen for ourselves, because this isn't a normal routing situation. All right, here we are in the mixer. This is the dialogue channel here, and this is the music channel. What we want to do is instantiate, I'm just going to put this underneath this dynamics plugin, on the music track. Not on the dialogue track. On the music track, I want to instantiate amplitude compression, dynamics processing. And it's kind of a strange looking, not exactly your usual compressor expander. It's got this line. And the higher up you see the volume go, this would be the channel volume itself. And then as you bring these down, you can see it immediately creates down here. Let me just draw an arrow. You can see it automatically says, hey, there's a 16:1, which is very, very strong. Compression above 20 decibels. And if you look here, there, you can see 20 decibels, which is cool. And then if I bring this down lower, that means it starts the compression even lower. Now it's a 2.15 compressor above 34 decibels. And then, of course, you can expand it, doing expansion, where as the volume goes down, it gets louder. And of course, you can do de-expansion, you can do decompression. It's one of the most flexible plugins in Adobe Audition. But it's even more flexible than that because it has the ability to sidechain. And that means that it can be processing one channel while getting the information from another channel to tell the channel it's on what to process. It's pretty cool. And what we want to do is be able to tell the music channel to duck whenever the dialogue channel makes noise. And when the dialogue channel is not making noise, we want the volume of the music to come up a little bit. And we want it to leave the low frequencies alone so that the music can always have a body to it. And since the low frequencies are never really in the human voice, it won't mask our dialogue. How do we do all that? Well, let's get to it. We've instantiated the dynamics processing plugin on the music channel. Then we go to this little bug-looking thing, which is the sidechain. If you don't have this bug-looking thing on your plugins, it cannot be sidechained in Adobe Audition. Currently, in the beginning of 2019, dynamics processing is the only compressor, expander, whatever, dynamics processing unit in Audition that can be sidechained. We're going to do a stereo. Once it's yellow, it's looking for a signal. We're going to go to the dialogue track, and in the sends section, you can see it says S1 there. We're going to say sidechain, and look at that. This is MX slot 2. Slot 1 we've muted. This is going to be slot 2. You can see here it is. It's on. Slot 2. Once we do that, you see that this goes green. Now it is ready to receive information from the dialogue channel. Let's see what happens here.
Round in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah,
So you can see it's receiving the music. Now there's a little bug right now in that what you're seeing here is the music channel. It should really be the dialogue channel, but we can get over that because the attenuator works. What we want to do is set this so that as the dialogue comes up, the music is brought down, and as the dialogue goes down, the music is brought up. So we do that by finding a frequency, we have to look actually here on this channel to see what level the dialogue is at.
Around in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Looks like a pretty good cinematic level between -24 and -18. So we're going to bring this down here like this, so that as the dialogue crosses, and remember, it's getting this is on the music channel, but it's getting its information to compress things with from the dialogue channel. So as the dialogue comes up to about -30, we're going to want to do some serious compression. And as it goes below, say, -40, we're going to want to expand it and the music get louder. I'm going to use a really, really strong setting just to show you what this sounds like. You can really hear it over YouTube.
Around in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't wait on me, Terry.
Tell Wood to catch these
So you can see that as the folks stop talking, the music gets really loud, and then as they talk, it gets squelched down. It's obviously not enough setting, but we know that it's working for certain. So we're going to kind of smooth this out a little bit and not make it so draconian. And down here on the spline curves, we want to instantiate that so that it smooths this out, so it's not just a bunch of triangles. Then what we need to do is go to settings, and in here is sort of the magic mushrooms, if you will, of how to make this work. And if you've looked at any of our mastering videos on how to master music, we know we want to have a very slow attack, a very slow release on both gain processor in this case and on the level detector. So this is about 1/10 of a second of attack, maybe a little here, and then about half a second to a full second of release, depending on how transient things are. Then, so that we can keep our low frequencies of our music, no matter what's happening, we're going to tell the low cutoff to be up to about 100 hertz. And that allows that this will only process things between 100 hertz and 20K, which is lovely. That way the low frequencies of our music can be undeterred in any way. So let's see how this happens. Let's see how this goes now.
Around in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't wait on me, Terry.
So I like how it brings the music up when they all stop talking, but we could still use some more compression when they are talking. So we're going to bring this down further, maybe even, that's pretty strong, but let's see how it goes.
Around in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Maybe even more. We're going to start this down here just a little bit lower and make the spline curve a little bit straighter.
Around in that hold. With ease, Captain.
5 seconds to main battery discharge.
Yeah, I'm moving. Don't wait on me, Terry.
Tell Wood to catch these terps. Precog this.
And now she's giving me
And now the music's being happily ducked, and you have maximum control over how that music is ducked. And this is just a really simple, incredibly low processor intensive plugin that you can instantiate across stereo buses of any kind, and it's very, very useful. Remember that you can't do this unless you sidechain. You can't just put this on the music channel alone and have it work. It needs to be getting that information from the dialogue track, and that's how we do that's what we do for sidechaining in Adobe Audition. If this has been valuable to you at all, please subscribe to this channel and see all the hundreds of videos that we have here, as well as come visit us at cinemasound.com and visit the store and get even more education. In fact, our 85-hour I don't know what I'm doing all the way to I'm doing Hollywood level sound education is available at a discount if you're a CinemaSound member, and you can become a CinemaSound member for free. Until then, we'll see you in post.